If you don't know this already, I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you've been doing, but don't worry, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm gonna tell you. The rumors are true. Yes, I got brand new shiny plushes. This shiny Pumpkaboo because 'tis the season, and then this sweet baby Dragonair, which actually was a happy accident. I bought it for somebody else and it took too long to get here. We don't talk anymore, so I'm keeping it. And yeah, there's a lot of Sword and Shield news. I did my best to not talk about this or anything on stream and everything because I know so many people don't love spoilers, but this has been a rumor that's been going on forever. I expected to get a different Galarian evolution, but oh my god, I didn't even realize what I was looking at. I looked at the thumbnail for this reveal, saw 3 brand new Pokemon, told my brother, whoa, there's a brand new evolutionary line, it's 3 of them, and then I looked even closer and realized that's not a new Pokemon, that's Zigzagoon, baby. Oh my god, it was the biggest shock ever. This was the best way that they could have introduced this. I am in love with this Pokemon. There are only 6 members of a dream team, and unless there's 6 brand new ice types that blow me away, this guy's got one. What Team Yell is to Marnie, I am to the Zigzagoon line. Call me a fake stan, I literally don't care. Did I give the time of day to the original Zigzagoon? No, and I still don't. He had a glow up, he got famous. I can't help it, I'm eating it up, I'm sorry. Also, speaking of Team Yell, a toxic fan base in a Pokemon game, Game Freak is taking shots and I could not be happier about it. The lines between fiction and reality are blurring. That being said, there are a ton of brand new Pokemon revealed. As always, I made 4 shiny speculations for each. 2 of those are what I expect them to do. The other 2 are basically what I want them to do, but no, they won't. But there is so much to cover in this video, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. If you guys enjoyed this series, please give the video a thumbs up and let me know down below in the comments how stupid I look with the Dragonair around my neck. If you answered very, well, doesn't matter because the video is already posted and I'm wearing it the whole time. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, there is no way we're not talking about these guys first. What are you, crazy? The cutest, the best, the coolest new Pokemon that they have revealed so far? Galarian Zigzagoon, Galarian Linoone, and the newest evolution, the 5th and final Kiss member, Obstagoon. Okay, I literally just talked about these Pokemon for like an entire hour, and I tried to do them separately, but that didn't work out good, so I'm gonna do these 3 all at once, all together, mainly because they're all the same shinies. I'm gonna say the same thing for each of them, but that being said, I'll try and put a focus on each one as I go. Now, the first shiny we're gonna look at is kind of the obligatories, the obvious ones. We're talking the regular Zigzagoon colors and the shiny Zigzagoon colors. Is this something I really want them to do? Regular colors? Absolutely not. Shiny colors would be a little bit better just because it's at least the shiny version. A callback to the brown is almost like, been there, done that, so last season, it's 2019, time to catch up. It's not in style anymore. The old Zigzagoon can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because he's at a rock and roll concert. Choosing either of these color schemes doesn't matter that they look good. They do look good. Of course it does. This Pokemon's gonna rock anything. I think it's a big mistake. Hopefully they don't do this. They definitely could. The reason that I don't think they will though is because we got a brand new color scheme and it's black and white. It would be such a missed opportunity for them to just do a callback. Sorry, you didn't get the gig, Zig. Move on. Next up is actually a color scheme that I didn't think I'd love, but it turns out this Pokemon pulls it off. Of course it does. And that is a color scheme that's very reminiscent of Team Yell. Team Yell is nothing but a bunch of posers who can't make up their own minds, so they just copy someone else. Clearly, they are all using this Zigzagoon line. They've already showcased that in the trailers. It just makes sense that they would reflect each other. That being said, it looks really good. The only problem I have with this look is I just changed the eyes and not the tongue. It's an integral part of the design. He can't keep that tongue in his mouth, so why not use it? They pick and choose what they want to change, so it would make sense if they kept something the same. If one of the 2 don't, it's probably the tongue. And obviously, as it evolves, it gets the black cuffs. I think they look really good. I think they break up the other colors and add to them well. That being said, if you're not sold on these colors yet, Mawile also does the same change. It goes from that black to like a maroon or whatever that color might be, magenta, and so it's really not unrealistic. Maybe I don't go VIP on this one, but still a fan nonetheless. Following that is one of the shinies I would love to see. Clearly, as it evolves, it gets better. At first, it's almost a change you don't even notice. A lot of people were saying that we should switch the black and the white. I don't think they're gonna do that. It is true that they've done that before with things like the Spupal line. I kind of prefer the black and the white of this Pokemon to stay the same and accent colors being the big change. It's all about the subtleties. It's all about accessories. It's fashion, baby. As it evolves, it gets the blue cuffs. It's a slate blue. It's not a color that really pops too much. It's not electric. It's not like in your face. This Pokemon's supposed to be angsty, so I'm trying to maintain that but still give it a little bit of color. Obviously, I love the blue. I always do. I also did a Zigzagoon that had blue instead of the black just to see what the blue looked like on it. Looks great too. The eyes and the tongue go orange. Maybe at first it's a little bit of a slower start, but as it evolves, definitely a showstopper. And finally, my favorite of the bunch, this guy is crazy. I'm just gonna come out and say this. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but most of the time when it comes to pink shinies, I'm not a big fan. I think they're kind of boring. But that being said, I feel like this is just the right touch of pink, and it contrasts perfectly with the black. We said fashion before. This is freaking fashion. I had people commenting because I posted this on Instagram before I gave a little sneak peek, and people were telling me there's no way they're gonna do pink because that's not rock and roll. What do you know about rock and roll? Pink is in the design already. This is a statement. Rock and roll is all about making a statement. We've seen it with Weavile, we've seen it with the Hackmo O-line. The difference here on this one is the black really breaks it up, and the yellow's not too in your face. It's very minimal, it's just an accent, barely even in the design. And then clearly as it evolves, it gets the white cuffs, and I think that looks amazing, especially on the final form. This guy is so confident, so ready to put on a show, definitely knows what he wants, and he's about to go get it. And so am I. This guy's on the dream team. I absolutely love this shiny. If any of these get picked, even if it's the really crappy ones, this guy's on the dream team purely by design. That being said, it's not the only Galar form that we saw. We got this crazy guy, Galarian Weezing. This guy's turned a new leaf. He's gone green. I'm not just talking about the smog. Well, I'm kind of talking about the smog. They're taking all the old problematic Pokemon and putting them to work. This guy is now taking polluted air and converting it into clean air. I cracked up at this design. A lot of people get annoyed with really funny designs. I love them. Alolan Trio, I love that one too. That being said, right along the same lines of the last guy, here is the first shiny I expect to see. The regular Weezing colors, they're boring, they're old. They do represent the poison, but I don't really feel like the fairy's there. That's the past, let the past be the past. We are not that person anymore. Leave your toxic past behind you. Remember who you are now. I'd be annoyed if they went with this, but definitely something they could do, so it was worth mentioning. Following up from that, of course, we've got the shiny colors of the original Weezing. The difference here, I know I said let the past be the past, and this is a little hypocritical of me, but shiny Weezing is one of the best shinies from Generation 1. It looks so freaking good. That blue with that pink or the purple, I don't know what it is. It mixes so well and it fits so perfect, and it somehow still encompasses fairy type even though it's brand new. Yes, we got a brand new color scheme, so this is very unlikely. The new designs with the new color schemes tend to yield newer shinies. Could they do this? They definitely could. I wouldn't be upset if they did. That being said, I don't know if they will. I wanted to show it off because they're just really good colors. They just are. Moving right along to even more that I could see them doing. That's what's weird about this one. The lines are very much blurred when it comes to the ones I want and the ones that I think they'll do. I took the gray, moved it to black. I feel like this makes a lot of sense. The buildings that these are based off of, the smokestack, are often either gray or black, so it ties in a little bit there. And that being said, it just looks gorgeous. I did take the green smog. It could stay the same, but I'm kind of hoping it goes to more of either a gray or this brown that we're looking at. If we're gonna go all the way to black with this, I feel like the contrasting color doesn't need to be that huge. You know, the change is big enough. It's not that far-fetched, and I think it looks pretty good. I like this contrast. I like these colors. It's not too much to ask, so I'm hoping this is what we get. And then last but not least, my favorite of the bunch. Of course, we took the gray, we took it all the way to white. The smog, I don't care what it does, it can stay green, it can go blue, I literally do not care. Something that pulls this whole design together is that crossbones right underneath, a little tip of the hat to who he used to be, a shade of purple. Oh my gosh, I think that pulls it all together. I think it's gorgeous. They didn't really mess with that too much in the original shiny, and I'm hoping that they change it this time around. And yes, he kind of looks like Doug Dimmadome. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lean into it. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of ashamed. Only time will tell. I can't wait to see more Galarian forms, but I'm really happy with what they've given us so far. And last but not least, the obligatory, the Pika clone, literally written in the name, Morpeko. This is one of those Pokemon that comes with 2 forms, so of course I made shinies for each form. We got the full tummy happy form, and then we got the I'm hungry and pissed form, both of which definitely gay. So right off the bat, here's the shiny that I expect to see. That base yellow, a callback to Pikachu. This was obvious. This made so much sense to me going to orange, and if you really looked at that original design, yellow and purple, opposite colors. If you inverted them, they become each other. And so that's kind of going to be the recurring theme with all of these shinies. So with this one, if they do kind of lean into the shiny Pikachu concept, it's kind of like a glass half full situation, because the original is very boring. We got the brown over here, the black stays the same, and then the same old boring orange, but what we gain is this blue warrior. Look at him. I made this brown over here simply because brown is a color that we see on so many of the Pikachu clones, especially in newer gens. Togedemaru definitely has it. Emolga's got it. Freaking Dedenne is nothing but that. And so it just made sense to have brown somewhere on here. The cheeks don't change. That's no different than most of them too. If we got a callback to shiny Pikachu, at least we would gain this amazing shiny hangry form. Here's another one I kind of expect to see, and right off the bat, it may not seem like that. Let me explain a little bit here. Again, we rolled with the theme of inverse, but instead of doing it with the base color, we just did did it with the, whatever the heck that is. What is, he's got pockets. Which part is him and which part is, I don't know. This Pokemon's ridiculous. Long story short, we inverted these parts. We took that beige light brown, we went to blue. It's not the exact shade that the opposite would be, but it does represent the inverted color. And then of course, that gray, that slate, that black on this side, it goes to white. And I think it looks great. The cheeks stay the same and everything else stays the same too. That's a testament to things that they've been doing quite often lately. And right here, this Pokemon's rocking it well. Here's one that I would like to see, I guess. I don't know what happened here. I kind of went crazy. We went inverted, but like way too inverted on this one. So this is definitely not what I think they'll do. We took the yellow of the base and the purple of the base and just put them here. And then a common change we actually see, believe it or not, is that purple to green. And the opposite of green is like a magenta or pink. So I went with that for the baseline of the happy form. The purple to green is something that we've seen in Marshadow, which is very new form. I know a lot of you guys probably don't even know what Shiny Marshadow looks like because Homeboy's always in his like dormant, whatever. And then of course the Hydreigon line. That's a no-brainer. I kind of like this. It's very out there. Why the heck not? Sure. And then finally, of course, my favorite of the bunch. This guy looks like a bit of a callback to Pachirisu, but I didn't even mean to do that. We've got the white instead of yellow. We got the yellow cheeks as a callback to its original colors. And then we did the blue over here because I think it looks good with the white. And then for the hangry mode, I took that purple and I just made it jet black. Somehow it still contrasts really well. We've got the black on the side, but it's still pulling it off. You could still see the difference there. And so it's something I could see them doing. Regular Salandit had 2 forms of black. There are a few Pokemon that do. So it's not that far-fetched. It's gorgeous, and it definitely represents the typing. If that doesn't scream dark type to you, I don't know what the heck would. Didn't change the eyes at all. I feel like they're definitely gonna stay red. It actually is a really cute Pokemon. I'm a fan of it. At first, I didn't love it. I'm loving it now, though. Say whatever you want about the graphics and the game and the deck situation, but when it comes to new Pokemon designs, they are bringing their A game. I'm picking up everything they're putting down. Get it? Pick up Zigzagoon? All right, we're done. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for this edition of my videos. If you enjoyed these shiny speculations, please give this video a thumbs up. As you guys know, if you do watch the streams, we are chugging along for this freaking Binacle. I've been dressed as Mermaid Man for like 3 months. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I've gotten 2 shiny Dwebble so far, so we phased twice. Hopefully, the next phase will yield the shiny, but if you don't come to the streams, you can always check me out on Twitter and Instagram. I'm posting updates left and right on those just to see that I'm alive, that I'm doing stuff. Anyways, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. More videos coming very soon, but until next time, this is Supreme Arcanine signing out. See you guys later.